Welcome to Movie Time, and today we are counting down the top 10 best movies of 2023. If you are looking for something to watch this weekend, be sure to check out this list. These movies will have you entertained for weeks on end. With so many great movies to choose from, it's tough to choose just one. Stay tuned until the end of the video and let us know in the comments which film is your favorite. Number 10. Vacation Friends 2. Vacation Friends 2 is a comedy film written and directed by Clay Tarver. It is a sequel to Vacation Friends. Distributed by 20th Century Studios, the film was released on Hulu in the United States on August 25. The story revolves around a married couple, Marcus played by Lil Rel Howery and Emily played by Yvonne Orji. They decide to invite their carefree friends, Ron played by John Cena and Kyla played by Meredith Hagner, who are also newly married and have a baby, to join them on an all-expenses-paid vacation to a Caribbean resort. The reason for Marcus's trip is to negotiate a contract with the owners of the resort. However, things take a wild turn when Kyla's recently released father, Reese, played by Steve Buscemi, unexpectedly arrives at the resort from San Quentin, disrupting everything at the worst possible moment. This unforeseen event throws Marcus's well-thought-out plans into disarray, transforming the friends' seemingly perfect vacation into utter chaos. Number 9. Totally Killer. Totally Killer is a black comedy slasher film directed by Naachka Khan. It premiered at Fantastic Fest on September 28, 2023 and was released on Amazon Prime Video on October 6. 35 years after the horrifying murder of 3 teenagers, the notorious Sweet 16 killer resurfaces on Halloween night targeting a 4th victim. 17-year-old Jamie, played by Kiernan Shipka, disregards her overly protective mothers, played by Julie Bowen, warning, and comes face-to-face with the masked assailant. While fleeing for her life, she accidentally finds herself transported back to 1987, the year of the initial murders. She joins forces with her teenage mother, played by Olivia Holt, in a quest to finally apprehend the killer before she becomes trapped in the past forever. Number 8. The Moon. The Moon is a South Korean space survival drama film, written, directed, and co-produced by Kim Young-ha. It premiered in theaters on August 2. In the not-so-distant future, South Korea's inaugural moon mission takes a tragic turn when an explosion rocks the spacecraft, resulting in a catastrophic disaster. This incident leads to Korea's expulsion from NASA, compelling them to forge their own path in space exploration. 7 years later, a second spaceflight proves successful, but it encounters unforeseen challenges due to a solar storm. Sun Woo, a member of the crew, finds himself stranded in the vastness of outer space, grappling with the impending disaster as his oxygen supply dwindles rapidly. The Narrow Space Center turns to the expertise of former mission director, Dr. Kim, to devise a safe plan for Sun Woo's retrieval. Number 7. Nowhere. Nowhere is a Spanish survival thriller film directed by Albert Pinto. It was made available on Netflix on September 29. In a dystopian future, Spain has descended into a dictatorship. The government's strategy to cope with resource scarcity involves the eradication of children, pregnant women, and the elderly. The story revolves around Mia, played by Ana Castillo, a young pregnant woman who becomes separated from her husband Nico while attempting to escape on a cargo ship. Following a brutal storm, Mia gives birth to her child while adrift at sea, determined to do whatever it takes to ensure the survival of herself and her newborn. The relentless struggle for survival in this unforgiving world becomes a poignant testament to the enduring power of maternal love and the indomitable spirit of the human soul. Number 6. Flora and Sun. Flora and Sun is a musical drama film written and directed by John Carney. The film had its world premiere at the 2023 Sundance Film Festival on January 22 and was for a limited theatrical release in the United States on September 22. It also streamed on Apple TV Plus worldwide on September 29. The plot centers around Flora, played by Eve Hewson, a single mother who is struggling with how to handle her rebellious teenage son, Max. Encouraged by the advice of the police to find Max a constructive pastime, Flora comes up with the idea of giving him a guitar. However, he promptly rejects it amidst his teenage turmoil, as it's not the type of music he's passionate about creating. With the guidance of a former musician from Los Angeles played by Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Flora and Max uncover the profound impact of music. Flora and Sun delves into the emotional connection between a mother and her son as they embark on a journey towards a newfound harmony. Number 5. Dream Scenario. Dream Scenario is a comedy film written and directed by Christopher Borgli. It premiered at the Toronto International Film Festival on September 9, 2023, and is scheduled to be released on November 10. The story revolves around Paul Matthews, played by Nicolas Cage, who is a disenchanted family man and a tenured professor deeply interested in evolutionary biology. He also harbors anxiety about his own lack of recognition. One fateful day, he realizes that he is manifesting in the dreams of others at an astonishing rate. In these dreamscapes, he is a passive observer, merely present without any significant impact on the reverie's content. He swiftly attains celebrity status, receiving the attention he has yearned for. However, when Paul encounters a dreamer whose visions of him markedly deviate from the norm, he grapples with the consequences of newfound fame. As his dream personas inexplicably turn aggressive within their respective subconscious realms, Paul confronts the moral dilemma akin to a Faustian pact. Number 4. Bottoms. Bottoms is a comedy film directed by Emma Seligman from a screenplay she wrote with Rachel Sennott. The film premiered at South by Southwest on March 11, 2023, and was released in the United States on August 25 by Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer. The story revolves around PJ and Josie, two marginalized queer students in high school. Through a twist of fate, they uncover a scheme that could elevate their popularity and help them win the affection of their crushes. PJ is drawn to the imposing Brittany, while Josie harbors feelings for the petite Isabel. PJ and Josie team up with another outcast classmate, Hazel, and Mr. G, a teacher grappling with his own inner turmoil. They embark on a venture to establish a self-defense class and unconventional fight club. Despite their lack of formal qualifications, their aim is to equip themselves against a rival school and learn the art of self-assertion. Number 3. Killers of the Flower Moon. Killers of the Flower Moon is a crime drama history film directed and produced by Martin Scorsese, who co-wrote the screenplay with Eric Roth, based on the 2017 book of the same name by David Gran. The film premiered at the 76th Cannes Film Festival on May 22, 2023. It is scheduled to be released in theaters in the United States on October 20 by Paramount Pictures and Apple TV+. Set in the 1920s post-Great War, Ernest, an army chef, moves to Fairfax, home to his influential Uncle King Hales. The city is known for its wealthy Osage residents who've struck oil. Ernest falls for Molly, a member of this prosperous community. They start a family, but a series of mysterious murders, including Molly's sisters, unsettle the Osage tribe. They seek help from King Hale and Ernest, but the investigation stalls. Many suspect that the murders are related to the recent discovery of oil on their land. This leads to a major inquiry led by J. Edgar Hoover and ex-Texas Ranger Tom White. Molly grapples with her family's wealth, now hers after the tragic deaths, which would go to Ernest if she passes away. Number 2. Talk to Me. Talk to Me is a supernatural horror film directed by Danny and Michael Filippo and written by Danny Filippo and Bill Heinzman. It premiered at the Adelaide Film Festival on October 30, 2022, and was released in Australia on July 27, 2023 by Maslow Entertainment. The story revolves around Mia, a high school student played by Sophie Wilde. On the anniversary of her mother's premature passing, she, along with her close friend Jade and Jade's younger brother Riley, decide to sneak out to a house party. While there, they stumble upon a new game called Talk to Me. In this game, some of Mia's classmates use a plaster hand positioned in an odd manner. When someone shakes the hand and utters the phrase, "Talk to me, I let you in," the spirit of a deceased individual enters them and communicates through their voice. Failing to release the grip and failing to extinguish the candle within 90 seconds will result in the unleashing of terrifying supernatural forces. Number 1. Sound of Freedom. Sound of Freedom is a crime thriller film directed and co-written by Alejandro Monteverde. The film was released on July 4, 2023 by Angel Studios. It was a sleeper hit, becoming one of the most successful independent films in history. It has grossed $231 million against a $14.5 million budget. This emotionally gripping tale recounts a compelling narrative of heroism, serving as a testament to the unyielding spirit of those who stand firm against the forces of evil. The film, based on a true story, Sound of Freedom, follows Tim Ballard, played by Jim Caviezel, a disillusioned special agent for Homeland Security investigations. He realization that, while he has successfully apprehended heartless child traffickers, he has not yet freed a little girl from the clutches of exploitation. Determined, Ballard embarks on a perilous mission to rescue one such victim. Racing against time, he resigns from his position and ventures deep into the treacherous terrain of the Colombian jungle, risking his life to deliver her from a destiny even worse than death. Thank you for watching today's video. By subscribing to our channel, you'll be the first to know about new movie releases. You'll also have access to our curated list of must-see movies, ranging from classic films to the latest blockbusters. So, what are you waiting for? Hit the subscribe button and join our community of movie lovers today.